Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Series Vulture Build-A-Figure Wave Cosmic Spider-Man Figure Review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about you.
Taking a look at the artwork on the left side of the package, you can see a picture of Cosmic Spider-Man and that same artwork on the right side. 7 figures in total in this wave. You have 3 movie-based characters and 4 comic-based characters. You will need all 7 figures if you want to complete Vulture, if you want to complete his Build-A-Wings apparatus. And taking a look at Cosmic Spider-Man out of the package, definitely not one of my favorite Spider-Man designs here. This looks to be the same mold that they introduced on the Spider UK figure. So if you're familiar with that figure, you know it is a solid mold. It is a very nice buck. But again, I'm just not really a big fan of this particular outfit for Spider-Man here. It is a bit obscure. Let's look at some of his accessories. So first off, he comes with one of the wings to complete Vulture's Build-A-Wing apparatus. And then aside from this head sculpt, which is the standard look for Cosmic Spider-Man, he also comes with 2 additional interchangeable heads, so I'll show those real quick. He also comes with an unmasked, bearded Peter Parker head, which I'm a big fan of this. This looks very good. In my opinion, it looks very similar to the Peter Parker head from the 12-inch Spider-Man, just with a beard. The likeness to Peter Parker from the comic books is there. I'm not sure what particular artist I would say it's modeled after, but I do think they did a pretty good job with this head sculpt. It was kind of hard to actually get this on the peg too, maybe just because it's brand new, but it does look good. And then finally you have this head sculpt, which is supposed to represent Captain Universe, if I'm not mistaken, who was the person that originally had the uni-power that Spider-Man got to become Cosmic Spider-Man. The uni-power is like some sentient power of everybody from the universe that enables somebody in peril or in great need to gain these great powers of a cosmic entity, and they can pretty much do almost any damn thing. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Captain Universe is came first, and then somehow Spider-Man was bestowed with the power, or the uni-power. And just taking a look at the deco, you know, I vaguely remember reading the Cosmic Spider-Man issues. I remember him just kind of doing too much when he got the power, and he was just going too hard, and he was neglecting Mary Jane, and I think he came into conflict with Thor and Dr. Doom at some point, and then he had to give up the power or lost the power or something like that. If you know the real history of Cosmic Spider-Man, then, you know, let me know in the comments. I always enjoy reading you guys in the comments section, reading what you guys put in the comments section. You know, I try to wing this sometime and go off of my own comic knowledge. Sometimes I look up stuff, but I'm not well versed in Cosmic Spider-Man. Mostly white with some blue, and then there's sort of like a star constellation pattern throughout the upper torso and on his head. I never really was a big fan of the way this looked, and how they still try to incorporate some portion of Spider-Man, just putting a weapon here over the nose and mouth area. I never really liked the way that looked. For some reason, it always looked weird to me. You know, like I said at the very beginning, just not a big fan of this particular design, but I'm okay with having another Spider-Man that is a bit different in the overall continuity of Spider-Man. So it looks good though. It's clean. The paintwork is pretty clean. I don't really see too many issues with it, so it is a clean figure. In terms of articulation, you get a very good range of motion on this particular buck. The head will look up pretty far. It'll look down pretty far, turn left and right, do a full 360, pivot, all of that good stuff. The issue with this particular buck, like I've mentioned in previous reviews, is that these shoulder joints are kind of wonky. You gotta kind of push the shoulder down to really get it to go up. It's a little more difficult here on this left arm than it was on the right, but they'll go up just about that far. You can get them to do a full 360, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, swivel on the wrist, and a hinge. Pretty decent ab crunch going forward, decent going back, waist swivel, T-joint at the hips, legs going to come up that far. The split looks like that. Leg's not going to really go back too far. Upper thigh swivel, which is pretty tight. I'm just breaking it in, as you can see. Double jointed knee, upper boot swivel, a hinge, and a nice deep pivot on the foot. So not a bad range of motion for this guy at all. A couple quick size comparisons. You have Wonder Man from the Abomination Build-A-Figure wave on the left, and you have Magic from the Doctor Strange STCC box set. And here you have Pizza Parker on the left and Beetle from this same wave on the right. So that's pretty much it. Cosmic Spider-Man. You got the Spider UK Buck. You know, it is a solid figure overall. Like I said, I'm just not a big fan of this particular deco. But you are getting very close to rounding out a complete Spider-Verse squad. At least the main characters. I do believe we're about to get a Spider-Punk and a Spider-Noir later this year, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty exciting. And, you know, this is one I would recommend if you want to complete the Build-A-Wings for Vulture. But, you know, I would never pass up on Spider characters, no matter how much I hate the costumes. Alright, I'm out of here. Until next time. Peace.